Welcome to Wrestletips. What we're providing here is a flow of information that you'll struggle to find anywhere else to help you become the best wrestler you can be, professional or otherwise. My name is Josh Wall and I'll be presenting these videos and answering any questions you send in. All the information you'll hear has been gathered through years of experience of all kinds of wrestling, and I promise that if you pay attention and utilise just some of the tips I give you, you'll become that much better for it and you'll stand out amongst the crowd. These shows are going to delve into aspects of wrestling that are constantly overlooked, and they're going to explain and describe how and why these techniques are used. For this video, however, I'm going to give you 4 points which are very broad, yet are essential to continue with the rest of the videos if you're a beginner or you're new to the scene. The first thing I'm going to say, although it may seem obvious, is to get yourself trained up. If you haven't received training in the past, then find yourself a credible wrestling school and get down there. While these tips are aimed to teach you what you won't learn at training, it is essential that you get that basic background, otherwise these tips are rendered completely useless. Ensure you train at a respectable training school, examples such as the LDN School, WAW, Justin Richards School of Wrestling where I was personally trained, the IPW School, and of course the London School of Lucha Libre, which is climbing up the ranks right now. There are many other schools out there which I've been unable to list. However, there are also 10 times the amount of bad schools with completely useless trainers, so go out there and test out a few schools and see which ones suit you best. My second tip is to research wrestling. Now this may seem a bit of a vague tip, but I do so in order for you to make your own decisions on what you want to research. Watch the wrestling you like and try and figure out why you like it. Look for the stuff that the casual fans may miss, and then try and figure out how and why it's implemented. Also look through YouTube and other video streaming sites for spots and moves that you may want to use. Take them to training, ask your trainer about them, and just try to utilise them in general to broaden your horizons on wrestling. Next, you have to be flexible and adaptable. Wrestling is a tough business and it's not about to move around to fit your work pattern. So make sure, if you're serious about this, you get a job that doesn't interfere with typical wrestling days for training and shows. These are typically held Friday to Sunday, some occasionally during the week, but that's the hot spot for shows and training. Also, be prepared to travel to find the best wrestling training. I did a 4-hour round trip every weekend to go to the Justin Richards School of Wrestling, and I became 10 times the wrestler I was before I went there. Many wrestlers have even relocated and worked numerous jobs just so they can go to the training school of their choice, and that's dedication. Finally, I'll leave you with a phrase that I stick to, which is experience over education. While I emphasise that you must go to training and learn the basics and learn how to wrestle before you utilise my tips, you will not learn some of the vital skills in working matches and working shows unless you go out and you do it. If you've been at wrestling training for over 6 months and you're not being put in training matches yet within the school, then talk to your trainer and ask them why. Ask them if you need to improve before they do that for you, because these training matches will help you improve so much, and you can go on to working really small indie shows to give you that experience in front of a crowd. That's it for these videos. Please like, comment, subscribe, find the Facebook page and spread the word about these videos in any way you can, because the more people find these tips, the more high quality workers there will be in your local scene, and therefore the more high quality matches you'll be able to have to show yourself off. Yes, those 4 tips I've given you are very broad, but in the weekly shows and any other videos we put up, we're going to be going straight into the detail and describing how and why these things are done, and we're going to make you a better wrestler because of it. Features such as eye contact, getting your first booking, putting together an effective match structure, and more. So I'll see you next time on Wrestletips.